Other interesting cultural news, you had Joy Reid bragging about being a DEI hire and getting into college because of it. Now, this brought to us thanks to Egg Wokeness. And sorry, I should put a visual disclaimer on the screen. You're going to see Joy Reid, which, yeah, some people might argue looks worse than me, which is saying something. Now, he actually doesn't even say anything, just quote pushes her on the screen. So let's have her speak. And maybe she'll give us some very coherent and articulate reasoning. Of course not, but let's hear what she has to say.
As many
Oh, come on now, X.
as many times as I have been called DEI or an affirmative action baby and all that, you know what I never get? Mad. Because I actually am very much in favor of DEI. I don't take that as an insult because I understand that that means that I'm just damn excellent and innovative. And yeah, I am DEI. I'm bringing diversity, and that's bringing something great. You're not insulting me. If you say, "Oh, you're an affirmative action person that got into Harvard," I'm like, "Yeah, I got into Harvard with affirmative action, and Yale, and Brown, and also, Vassar, and the University of Denver."
He seems very unhinged and crazy. Also, who has that many degrees? I love Dave Ramsey's quote about, something about, but we have some people have more degrees than a thermometer. Like, I don't know, every day I question the value of a college degree more and more. I almost hold it as a disadvantage when I'm looking at hiring people. I'm like, I mean, yeah, do you really learn anything, or do you just go there to party, get brainwashed, and get shackled with student debt? And she got pretty viral. It's got about 500,000 views as well as 6.5 thousand likes. Which also, why is she wearing a sweater that says "The Joy," which is kind of something hilariously ironic. Her name is Joy Reid, and yet I've never seen her full of joy. Now that I think we read a book, though she does have books in her background. I'll give her some credit with the cool background of pictures and a couple books there. Yeah, something kind of hilarious about someone being so angry all the time, and yet her name is Joy and Reid. Though I don't have much ground to stand on. I mean, I have a funny name too, Topping, like pizza, or thanks to the YouTube comments, other things. Now, go to the comments. When the first one comes to us, thanks to Libercat Media TM, who says, quote, he has a meme of her, says, I'm ignorant and wrong. I'm going to be loud about it too, getting 661 likes. Arthur Eagleman says, quote, is Joy Reid a DEI failure? Getting 534 likes. Sorry, 564 likes, which, I mean, love or hate Joy Reid, she's been successful in terms of, well, geez Louise, she's made how millions of dollars? She had a career on major TV for 18 people more than 18 people watch CNN and all her shows. But, I mean, I don't know how many people are tuning in now. But yeah, I mean, based on financial data alone, she had a successful career. I don't know if anyone's going to remember her in terms of an impact on reporting. You also have Amelia Henderson says, quote, she's good for nothing. And, oh yeah, that was just after she said white people couldn't invent rock and roll and they stole it. And the white guy, Mami, says, a white guy literally invented the electric guitar, getting 186 likes, which, yeah, Les Paul is a genius. Also, Super says, quote, truly pathetic. Joy Reid is spiraling and only getting worse, getting 280 likes. Liberty Pill Meme says, who did this? And it's Joy Reid in a McDonald's uniform, getting 170 likes. X Van Fleet, getting one of the top comments, he says, quote, that's why people reject her BS. DEI and affirmative action are designed for people like her, disqualified with correct, quote unquote, skin color, but committed to the cause, reverse discrimination and racism. Getting, again, 657 likes. Also had Libercat Media TM says, quote, and this is why. It's a meme. I say meme, sounds funnier. Or meme. No, either way, it says DEI must DIE, getting 115 likes. The Conservative Alternative says, quote, while some people go to college because of their achievements, Joy Reid got into college because of the color of her skin. That is DEI in a nutshell, getting 100 likes. And how do you only get one like for this? Thick Eggshell, I'll give him a like. He says, inverted Martin Luther King says, quote, judge them by the color of their skin, not by the context of their character. Which, well, it's kind of dark, but true. Again, he would be, man, it's kind of funny how, every once in a while, the leftists, they'll brag about MLK Jr., which, again, he did some exceptional things. But they always admit the fact that he was pretty darn conservative. And again, he was all about judging a man by his merit, judging a man by his actions, not by things he can't control, like the color of his skin. Let's see. Spitfire got 1.4 thousand likes for this. Now she says, quote, imagine thinking is a good idea to brag about this, getting 1.4 thousand likes, which, I mean, again, it makes sense in terms of bragging about this because the people who she's trying to appeal to, they're all about DEI. Now, culturally speaking, in the United States, I do think the support around DEI is falling dramatically. But again, I mean, Joy Reid for years has had her leftist cronies, or she's had her fans, like everyone does. Well, most people. Not to brag, but I got 13 people to watch a video and 3 likes. Okay, I'm kidding. I got 2 likes on my video. But nevertheless, Again, there are some people who tune in, enjoy Reid, and like her. Those people want to hear that. Now, I do wonder the quantity of the people that want that, is that enough for her to sustain a career in terms of her trying to be independent? Again, it's also a thing where if she was smart, most people in the United States, most people are not financially smart. I blame public schools for the most part, and parenting not teaching kids about finance. If Joy Reid was smart, she would have lived very well below her means when she had a job in corporate America, and she would take those millions of dollars and put into like an S&P 500 index fund that would grow over time, so that she could do whatever she wants later in life. So maybe it doesn't matter how many people pay for her program or pay for her material now, but if she's relying on that as income, I do wonder, are there enough people tuning in watching Joy Reid to actually sustain her lifestyle? You also have Bia Holt says, in her case, DEI stands for dumb entitled idiot, getting 823 likes. I gotta read this. This is a quote by Thomas Sowell, credited to Nashville Tea Party. Thomas Sowell says, quote, people sometimes ask if I try to convince black leaders to take a different view on racial issues. Of course not. I wouldn't spend my time trying to persuade the mafia to give up crime. Why would I spend time trying to convince race hustlers to give up victimhood? It's their bread and butter. Thinking of that one guy, Al Sharpton. Where would he be without made-up racism? Might actually have to get a job and do good. Donna Marie says, this is what you get when you're hire for diversity instead of merit. It's all the Obama cronies. You got Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, who, talk about a useless moron. He took off 6 months of work and no one realized he was gone. That's the definition of a useless job. They should have got rid of that role completely. I also have the cross-dresser who had the nuclear launch codes and stole women's underwear at airports, that freak. And Rachel Levin, the man who thought he was a woman leading our health in the United States. That got 234 likes. So yeah, we'll see if Joy Reid has a sustainable career right now, but I'm pretty skeptical. I don't really think she does. I don't think she's making enough money right now to do it long term, but let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.